In the past month, Claude Code went from a really good tool to build products and do some marketing to a fully autonomous, independent AI agent. In this video, I'm going to walk through the 7 new product releases just inside Claude and Claude Code in the past month that you need to know about to get more high quality work done to grow your business faster and be more profitable. Okay, no preamble here. Let's just dive in. The first thing you need to know about is auto mode. So if you've used Claude Code at all, you know that there's 3 main modes there. There's regular, where it asks you for permission to do everything. There's auto accept, where most kind of regular things it will just go and do on its own. And there's plan mode, where it enters plan mode and it asks you questions to create a really nice picture of what's going on. There's a mode that's not available through the Shift tab, kind of cycling of those 3 modes, and it's been dangerously skip permission, which, as the name says, is dangerous. It can literally do anything that it wants to do on your computer. And there have been terrible, terrible tales of it deleting production databases when people install Claude Code on the machine that their SaaS app is running on, which, I just can't even imagine doing that. But so please don't do that. But the answer to that is auto mode. So auto mode is smart, right? It's AI-driven decision-making about what kinds of permissions it needs to ask you so it can do things like search the internet or create a file or look for things or run grep or run bash and create a script and things like that. And if you've used Claude Code at all, you know that sometimes you have to sit there and babysit it because it needs to do this thing. And can I do it? And even if you have accept permissions on, you have to just sit there and say, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. You can create a file and update a file on your machine or in a repo where all of these things are explicitly allowed or not allowed. But auto mode kind of takes all that out and just says, hey, go be smart about it, but I'll give you a little more leeway so you can kind of do your own thing. And I have the doc here, and it basically describes what I just said. There are allow and deny rules. And so when you enter auto mode here, things like bash are automatically allowed, right? And so that's really great. It works with subagents to classify and evaluate delegated tasks before a subagent starts. So it's kind of figuring out ahead of time, hey, I want to go do this thing. Is that going to be okay? So the takeaway for me here is if you were manually approving every action inside Claude Code, and that is lame because you would have to just literally sit there and push a button to say, yes, you can do this thing. That's not very productive. The other side of the spectrum is dangerously skip permission, which it can be dangerous on a production environment. And if you're not running Claude Code inside Docker or something like that, running dangerously skip permission on your main machine with real data might not be the perfect thing. Auto mode is a really nice middle ground where you get a little more productivity, but it's also a little bit safer. Big update from the Anthropic team. Okay, update number 2 from Anthropic inside Claude Code is remote control. And with remote control, you can start a session inside Claude Code on your machine, on your laptop or PC or whatever. And as long as you keep that machine running, you can enter /remote control and it hands it off to your phone. And so you can start a project or a session in Claude Code. And as long as Claude Code is still running, and this is important, and this gets to hey, where and how do we run Claude Code? It might not be that on a laptop is the best place to work anymore. And it might be that a Mac Mini or a place or machine that is always on and always available is the best way. And if you saw my video on Hermes, the AI agent, or if you used OpenClaw, you know those need to be running all the time. And so truth be told, I'm going to be changing my computer setup from running a MacBook Air, which is what I've run forever, to running primarily on a Mac Mini as my computer at my desk here. And I'll have my laptop for when I want to go to the coffee shop or traveling or whatever, but most of my work will be done in the place where my AI agents are working. And increasingly, Claude Code is an AI agent. And in this way, remote control, and we're going to talk about other things like this, are working very similar to how OpenClaw works or Hermes works. It's always on. You can start it here locally and you can continue it from your phone. So I really love what the Anthropic team is doing here, and they see what's going on in the vision that Peter Steinberger created with OpenClaw. Is hey, I want this thing that's always on and always available. I can touch it from Telegram or Slack or Discord or whatever anytime I want. Now, the best AI tool in the world, which is Claude Code, has the same extensibility and accessibility from your phone. So start a session from your machine, extend it with remote control from your phone. Okay, the third thing is actually on Claude Desktop. And so in the Claude spectrum of products, there's Claude Chat, Claude.ai, there's Claude Co-work, which lives on the Claude app on your computer, and there's Claude Code, which you can use in the app, I don't really care for it, or in the terminal or your terminal emulator. Claude Co-work, it really is kind of like the gateway drug of AI agents in the Claude world. So if you're a not super technical person, if the terminal scares you, you're like, yeah, but I want to like get on this train and see and do the things that we talk about on this channel and other AI channels and people on Twitter and LinkedIn, you might be like, cowork probably is like the safe, approachable, easy place for me to work. And Dispatch is a really cool thing here. And so what Dispatch really does at its essence is lets you dispatch tasks to Claude Co-work, the Claude desktop app, on your computer, but from your phone. So you have the Claude app on your phone, you pull up Co-work and you dispatch tasks and activities to Co-work to do on your main computer. So kind of the opposite direction of remote control, also not in Claude Code, but Claude Co-work, which really is almost just as powerful as Claude Code with a much better kind of user interface and much more approachable for a lot of folks. You can also schedule tasks, do repeat tasks, and it uses your entire computer if you give it access to. Did a whole video on Claude Co-work, and a link will be in the description below if you want to check that out. Okay, speaking of using your computer, I hate to be overhypey about all this because I feel like almost every day there's something that blows my mind and is really game-changing, but the ability for an AI agent, we'll call it, to use your computer has always been pretty tough. And if you've used like the Atlas browser from ChatGPT and asked their agent to do stuff for you, you know it kind of sucks. And booking a flight takes like 2 hours when it would take you 15 minutes. Well, Claude Code can now control your entire computer from Claude Code. And so you just imagine the things that you can do here. Like, hey, open up Notion, find this page, copy this thing, bring it into Claude Code as context. Kind of eliminates the need for an MCP. You might be like, hey, go clean up all these files and find the P&L from the last 3 years and bring them into this project. Pretty cool, right? It might be talking about the autonomous nature of Claude Code these days. It might be like, hey, I just leave Claude Code running on my machine or the Claude app even. I use Dispatch from my phone and ask it to go just do stuff. And it can control your entire computer. And this works either in Claude Code in the terminal or the Claude app and Claude Co-work. Either way, they're using the same harness underneath, I think. And so it can operate your entire computer. So iMessage, calendar, apps, like I use Notion app on my computer. I don't use it in the browser. Slack, the browser, Gmail, system settings, all these things, right? Like a little dangerous. Are we getting into the area, kind of like OpenClaw, we're like, oh my gosh, we're like taking the rails off this thing and letting it go. With that comes some risk, but also enormous trade-offs if you think about, hey, how can I smartly orchestrate this tool to do a lot more without me being involved? That's kind of the big picture here. And hey, I want to pause here. We're about halfway through to say, if this is all really cool and interesting, but you're like, oh my gosh, like how do I actually do this? I'm putting on a 3-day kind of workshop. It's a challenge for business leaders to take the kinds of things we're talking about here, really internalize and understand them, and then implement them in their business. It's the AI CEO Challenge. It's going to be later in April 2025. A link will be in the description below. It's entirely free. It's going to be an hour long, 3 days in a row. And you'll come in kind of like maybe knowing what ChatGPT is and using it a little bit to understanding and operating things like this and deploying your first agent. It's entirely free. Link in the description below if you're interested. Okay, and the fifth new feature release from Claude and the Anthropic team in the last month is auto memory. And if you've really pushed any AI tool to its limit, you know that memory and context window, like we talk about a lot, is the thing that you run up against. It's not cost or time or tokens or anything like that. It's like how much can it remember and really do a good job with? And for a long time, that was kind of like limited to a session or to a memory. And now auto memory is dynamically managing the memory state of Claude projects. And you may have seen, if you use Claude Code, and this has been around for a few months, like auto compacting. It's continuously going through and kind of trimming out the stuff that it doesn't need, so it only holds the most important stuff in its context window, in its memory. Auto memory is a further extension of that. But the really important thing is this happens across sessions. So if you've used Claude Code and maybe your computer reboots, it's gone. And the stuff you talked about in that session, unless you wrote it to a markdown file or a doc or something like that, it's gone. Now with auto memory, it automatically captures the most important things that are happening across all of your sessions to persistent memory. So if your computer crashes and you reload it, or it restarts, or you quit or go away and come back, it's there and it remembers everything. So this operates a lot more to me like Claude on the web, and ChatGPT was the first one to do this, where it had persistent forever memory across everything, which was amazing. And the only reason I still pay for ChatGPT is just that enormous amount of memory that it has about me. Now Claude has this in Claude Code across all sessions, which is a massive game changer for the fear of kind of losing context that we have in between sessions. Okay, the next one, I tried to look for it online and in the Claude docs, and it's not there, but it's called Autodream. So I asked Claude about it, and this is what it gave me. So Autodream is a background process, right? It consolidates, cleans up, and optimizes Claude's memory files when a project is idle. So kind of like REM sleep for us as humans is what it's doing. So it triggers automatically when two conditions are met. So 24 hours since the last cycle and 5+ sessions run since the last cycle. So what does this mean like for us? So this was released a few weeks ago. Without this, like auto memory creates eventual kind of memory rot. Like if it's always remembering more stuff, the total amount of information it has is too much for it to do stuff with. And so Autodream is an automatic process that cleans up auto memory. That's how I understand it. And so this is happening in the background all the time. You don't need to do anything about this, but when it comes to memory, I think one of the big things is like we want to capture as much as we can and not anymore. And that's what this is doing, is it's taking auto memory, captures all of the memory, and then auto dream is that REM cycle, right? It's that sleep, and that's that refreshing, right? Sense to say like, hey, I've gone through everything I just captured in the last day or 5 cycles, and now I'm getting rid of all the stuff I don't need, so I only have the ability to focus on the stuff that really matters here, right? So Autodream, a really good way of kind of curating what's going on with auto memory and preserving some context window and some memory management for you inside your Claude sessions across all of them. Kind of incredible to me that like there's not a doc about this at all. And they just quietly kind of released this, I think, just on Twitter. Okay, and the last one is the loop command. And so if you go back to like the OpenClaw or the Hermes analogy, the thing that makes these tools so great is, my OpenClaw or my Hermes agent now can just run all the time and do things, and 6 o'clock in the morning, run a cron and get a schedule and pull stuff from my YouTube channel and give me a report. Claude Code kind of like hasn't been able to do that, and I have to be at my computer typing things in to get work done. Well, with Loop, you can set things to happen on a schedule over and over. And so this is where Claude Code comes from being like a tool that you get value from when you're working to it automatically works even when you're not at the computer, which is really like the next step towards truly independent agentic work. And so you can see here the example, Loop, 5 minutes, check if the deployment finished and tell me what happened, right? Or you can say like, hey, remind me at 3 p.m. to release this branch. Or you can say, what scheduled tasks do I have? You can create, you can list, and you can delete them, right? So you can imagine all the things that you do as a business person or business leader, like, hey, I need to run this report and pull data from Stripe every Monday morning. Hey, look at our company scorecard in Notion and pull all of the metrics that are underperforming for this week before I have my one-on-ones on Tuesday morning. Hey, get me information from my Shopify store on low levels of inventory so I can have that information before I meet with our inventory manager on Thursdays. These are the kind of things that like before you would have just had a calendar thing in here maybe, or you had an executive assistant, or you had a team member that were doing these things. And this is just the natural evolution of work for me, is like the machine can do this. all the time, every time by itself. I don't ever have to think about it. And I just get the information when, how, and in the format that I need to do my job better. Cool. So 7 new releases in Claude Code in the past month. There's never been a software company that shipped at the speed and at the quality that Anthropic is doing right now. Like if you're not 100% on the Anthropic and Claude Co-work bandwagon, you have to get on it right now. There's not a business person I know that doesn't use this tool. And you should be too. And if you're like, hey, that's great, Craig, but like this is really scary. I'm kind of worried about all this. And that's why I put together the AI CEO challenge. And you're going to come in maybe like, hey, I use ChatGPT a little bit. I'm scared and unsure about how to take this through the next few steps, to I know what I'm doing. I have a plan. I'm confident and I'm empowered because we've worked through all of these questions that you have. Because I have dozens of conversations each week with business owners and founders, probably like you, who are like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about AI? And we're going to take you from, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about AI, to I know what the heck I'm doing and I have a plan and I'm going to implement this and I'm going to empower my team so we can win in the coming years. Because you got to figure that out or you're going to be toast. Okay. Link is in the description below. Sign up for the AI CEO challenge and I'll see you soon.